this looks like what could be another 2-cent piece. Okay, so here we are, back on the farm. The property showed up, or the home showed up on the 1879 map. The property was actually divided off from an 80-acre farm in 1866. There were 2 sections divided off from an 80-acre farm, 10 acres and 10 acres. I am back on the second one that I only had a chance to hunt for 2 hours or so, and did so well. So I'm back here again today to see what we can find. We've got a very gloomy, windy day. Hopefully my microphone is doing its job, and we're expecting rain all day. But as of right now, it's not raining. I'm going to get out there and see what I can find. I'll see you at the first hole. So I just dug a target, one direction swinging over, it was only hitting like a 50. If I swung the other direction, it was squeaking up 75. I'm just wondering if I don't have something good, but there was a lot of iron in the hole as well. So, and it is out of the hole, but there was a lot of iron here. There's a chunk of iron. Not quite sure what that is. Looks to be some kind of maybe lead pewter with iron in it. I'm not sure. I wonder if that was some kind of decoration on horse tack. I mean, it's something. I'm going to recheck this hole real good and see if there's anything else in there, but it's just strange that that would ring up that high, if that's what that is. I don't know. Let's keep going. So in the same hole that I just dug that that possibly a decoration off horse tack. I just found this very petite, I believe this is a little clasp to an old suspender clip. I'm guessing that both sides should have been the same. That one's broke. Maybe that's why. But it's a very small suspender clip. It's even got some little fancy on there. Pointy. That's probably where it pinched onto the leather strap. But very cool. Well, let's keep going. The signals haven't been real great out here today. I just popped something out that was real close to the surface, and I seen something round. I don't think it's a coin. Looked like I think maybe it's some type of a gear or something off of a clock, possibly. Does have looks like a chunk of lead on the back, whatever it went to. That's different. I haven't been messing with the camera too much because of all the trash and nails. This was another thing on my bucket list, to find a whole crotal bell. And this is a nice little older one. That wind is ridiculous. You may have to cut the day short. I can't even stand up straight. I didn't even know they made them this small. This is a little jingle bell, or I think the proper name for them is crotal bell. The older ones had pedals on them. The older ones had pedals on them. You can see that one is very nicely decorated. It is a whole one. It's packed full of dirt. I don't know. It's possible it may ring again someday if I can get the dirt cleaned out of it. There's usually a little iron ball in them, so I don't know if I can get the dirt cleaned out of it. And very cool. I'm gonna hunt as long as I can today. The wind is so strong I can't even stand up straight, and I think the rain is moving in, so very cool. We'll keep going. Okay, so I hated to pull this camera out when it's still trying to rain, but I just popped a good target out of the ground. Sounded really good, and I'm not real sure. This, after digging 2 of them now, this looks like what could be another 2-cent piece. Now the other one that I got from this site was very crusty and not in very good condition. Hopefully, maybe this one will clean up a little bit better. Yeah, it's looking pretty crusty. I don't know, maybe I can spritz it with some alcohol and get it cleaned up so it's a little bit better anyway. There's the 2, so it is another 2-cent piece. This is the second one from this site. I believe the date would be on the other side. And it looks very crusty. Oh, there's the date right there. That is another, well, this is an 18th, I believe the other one was an 1866. This one looks to be an 1865. Actually, I may be, the 1866 may be the one that I found that's in really good condition down in the secondary driveway road. $1865. At least this one's a little bit nicer than the last one that I got on the site. The other one, it was almost even hard to identify at first. Alright, let's see if I can get some more done before it starts pouring down rain. Okay, so the rain is trying to move in here, so I'm trying to get enough here to finish up the day. And I just dug, I believe, I'm not real sure, I don't know if there might be some kind of writing on that I can figure it out later, but it may be something, a top piece to a lantern, something. But I almost think that I see some writing on that. I'll clean that up and see if I can get, it'd be really cool if there was a patent date on it or something. So anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get some more digging done here. Okay, so I just dug this crazy signal. I'm still trying to finish up my day since the rain's moving in. And I just dug something here. I'm not real sure what this is. Some kind of a bell. Not sure. Let me get it. Let me get it cleaned up a little bit more, and we'll take a look at it. Well, it does seem to be like some kind of a bell. I don't know if you remember a while back the video that I dug what looked like a bell with an owl sitting on a split rail fence. This one looks very much the same. Inside it looks about identical. This one just has a different type of decoration on it. This one's busted. I didn't break it, it was an old break, but it looked like it may have had some kind of a silver wash plating on it or something. I think it was probably kind of fancy in its day, but I don't know, it's some kind of a white bronze or something of the sort. All right, see you on the next. Okay, the rain is moving in, and this may very well be my last hole, but I just dug the entire top with the little gear. A lot of times they have patent dates on these little knobs, so maybe if I get this back home and I can get it cleaned up, maybe I can figure out a timeline of when this came from. So, very cool. I just dug a really trashy signal. I thought maybe it was even iron, and it looks like there had been some gold gilting on it at one time. Makes me wonder if this is maybe I found an eagle button out here. I just wonder if that was some type of a piece of a military button with the, honestly, I don't know for sure. It could have just been some kind of a fancy button from the 1800s with the gold plating on it. I mean, it looks like possibly a spot where the shank was. Hopefully I didn't just scrub it off of there, because that looks kind of fresh. Maybe I just scrubbed it off with my brush. But, okay. Okay, so I was actually heading back to the truck and swinging as I go, and I just found the top. I'll have to clean that up, see if there's some kind of a shank in there or something, but I think a little sort of fancy button. I don't think there's really necessarily anything on it, just little dimples, make it look fancy. And it is brass, it would have been polished up all pretty and shiny. Unfortunately, we did get rained out. Although my metal detector is waterproof, my headphones are not, and some of my camera equipment is not. Let me turn you around. I'll show you what we got. So as for, these were either surface finds or I pulled them out of the hole while I was digging targets. I went ahead and rinsed the mud off. I got a lot of well, Crocs and stoneware, probably from dishes. One of them was pretty fancy there. Lots of bottle junk, even lots of blue and some kind of purple glass. This was really cool. I don't know if you can see how neat that looks as it was poured. That was an old cork top, maybe a medicine bottle or something. That's just really cool. I had a couple hunks of lead. This one actually looked like it was something, not sure. And here is a pretty good sized chunk of lead. Not real sure what that was for. Maybe they were melting it down. I think I found an arm. That, to me, looks like maybe it would have been sewn in to a little doll. It looks like a hand. Some of the fingers are broke off, but that's kind of neat. Got a, I don't know, I assume maybe that was a brass top, something for a handle, a tool or something. Well, it almost looks threaded in there. Actually, that's not threads. It looks like it is, but found some very crude, probably hand forged by a blacksmith, some chain link, nails, I don't know, some type of a iron piece. We have our really cool bell that looks like maybe it had some kind of silver wash on it. This one's very much similar to the other one that I found in one of my earlier hunts. Got some musket balls. Most of them look like they had impacted something. Got our little lead piece. I wonder if maybe this wasn't some decoration on some horse tack. If anybody knows better what that might be, let me know. Leave a comment. Got some other brass rivets and pieces. A little, I thought maybe it was a clock gear, but it seems to have some kind of a lead backing to it. Not real sure what that is. This here, I wondered if that was some kind of pretty decoration type of thing. It is brass. Something maybe on horse tack, maybe something on a saddle for decoration. Here is all our pieces of harmonica reed, some pieces of brass back here, several pieces of harmonica reed spread out over a very large area. I know I got this one on camera. I have not been able to get anything off of that yet. If I can, I will post some pictures. I actually dug a second one, which is pretty intact. Actually, I think that is another, like an inside piece that would go up inside of a lamp. Here's this piece. I said maybe it was the top. Could be like the top, but it could also maybe be a bottom type piece. we have our pretty little, I think it's part of a suspender clip. Very dainty though. Maybe it was a little boy's suspender. We have our really cool little brass button that had just little bumps on it. A little concave indentions spaced around it. Can't really see anything else on it, but in the back must have been iron. It's totally gone. Have our other little button here. Just the face. I don't know. That may have had a shank on it. I don't know if I lost that when I scrubbed it with a brush. As far as I can tell, there's nothing on it. Must have just been a smooth button, but with the gold gilting or plating, I bet that was pretty fancy in the day. We have our 1865 2-cent piece. It was in pretty rough condition, but better than the last one that I found. And I actually found, I got the little one on camera, and I found another piece. The top of it is obviously missing, and well, probably better than 3/4 of it is also missing, but you can see size-wise, and they get much larger than that. And I would say definitely our find of the day was the whole Croto bell. That's ringing again for probably the first time in, say, maybe 150 years or better. This was probably in service 150 to 200 years ago. So very cool. When they made these, they would cast them, and then they would leave, they had a little iron ball per se inside of there, and there was a stick sticking out. They would cast these, and then they would snap that little iron ball off to leave inside as a ringer. So very cool. I can only imagine having these things all strung up on a team of horses or across the wagon to let the oncoming travelers know that they were coming, so they didn't have any collisions. And very cool. Hopefully the weather stays good. We are approaching winter. I may have to get into more of a winter schedule as for posting videos. But as always, thanks for watching, and God bless.